Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Saturday, 24th of June 2023. It is Midsummer Day, International Fairy Day, Lab Day, National Upcycling Day, National Paraliners Day. 24 June is also observed as the death anniversary of the Sanjukta Panigrahi Master Tara Singh, 24 June 1885 up to 22nd November 1967, a famous Dutch Sikh leader who recruited Sikhs to join the army during the First World War. Starting the news analysis with the news for the Hindu states that greater Indian presence in the Suez region. Welcome Israeli expert on Prime Minister Mr. Modi's Egypt visit. Anat Bernstein reached head of the India-Israel Chamber of Commerce. Here is an image. The Hindu newspaper also states that we stand together to contest BJP in 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Non-BJP opposition parties. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, RJD Chief Lalu Prasad Yadav and Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge during a press briefing after the conclusion of the opposition meeting in Patna on June 23, 2023. The Hindu newspaper also states that coming together of Indian talent and United States technology guarantees a brighter future. Prime Minister Mr. Modi at a meet of top CEOs. PM Narendra Modi and United States President Joe Biden during the meeting with the American and Indian business leaders at the White House in Washington, D.C. on June 23, 2023. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that without naming China, Prime Minister flags dark clouds of coercion, no ifs or buts on terror from Pakistan. We share a vision of free, open and inclusive Indo-Pacific connected by secure seas defined by international law, free from domination and anchored in the ASEAN centrality. Prime Minister Mr. Modi addresses a joint session of the United States Congress. Indian Express also states that Prime Minister Mr. Modi's U.S. visit. What is the Micron proposal and why is it a boost to India's chip manufacturing plan? Micron Technology has said it will invest up to $825 million in the first semiconductor assembly and test facility in India, constructed under the center's incentive scheme for the chips ecosystem in the country. The facility will be built in Gujarat. While India is yet to approve a semiconductor fabrication or production plant, a key to the role the government's ambition plan of making the country a chip hub in the next 5 years. Some other crucial parts of the chips. Prime Minister Mr. Modi with the Micron CEO Sanjay Mehrotra, second from left and others during a meeting in Washington, USA, Wednesday, 21 June 2023. Indian Express also states that what was Liaquat Nehru Pact, due to which Syama Prasad Mukherjee resigned from the Union Cabinet on the 70th death anniversary of Syama Prasad Mukherjee. Taking a look at the post-partition pact between India and Pakistan in 1950, which compelled him to resign from Jawaharlal Nehru's cabinet. Syama Prasad Mukherjee, founder of the Bharatiya Janata Sangh, the predecessor of the Bharatiya Janata Party, died purportedly of a heart attack on June 23, 1953. Syama Prasad Mukherjee, 1901 up to 53, died under suspicious circumstances while the custody of Jammu and Kashmir police in Srinagar. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that cause of Titan implosion unknown. Who will lead the investigation uncertain. A day after revelation that the Titan submersible imploded, officials searched the ocean floor for evidence and grappled Friday with the vexing questions about who is responsible for investigating an international disaster. A 2019 Titanic survey expedition sticker is seen on the garage door at the Ocean Gate offices Thursday, June 22nd to 2023. Hindustan Times also states that Modi in the United States behind breakthrough or Pacts week of parallels. 3 months or a dozen draft sleepless nights, extensive internal consultations, virtual and in-person negotiations, and a bilateral process marked by a remarkable cordiality and warmth and mutual germination of ideas, and finally a problem of plenty. Prime Minister Mr. Modi with the United States Joe Biden in the Oval Office at the White House in Washington on Thursday. The Times also stated that center pitches a common exam for the government technical colleges IITs object. An April IIT Council meeting saw the Union government suggesting a common entrance exam PTI. An April IIT Council meeting saw the Union government suggesting that the one way to lessen the pressure on the students and lessen the hold of test and prep institutes or admission to the premier or engineering institutions was to perhaps have one common entrance test for all the centrally funded technical institutions, an idea that was promptly shot down by the IITs. Path to inclusive growth must be paved by a price stability, Reserve Bank of India officials, while photo of Reserve Bank of India Deputy Governor Michael Patra. Most states failed to meet their financial year 2023 capex target. Going towards the economy of the country, Micron plant to produce first made in India chip in December 2024. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw says. Prime Minister Mr. Modi with the Micron CEO Sanjay Mehta and others during a meeting in Washington DC on June 21st, 2023. Food Corporation of India not to consider request by the states for more food grains under the open market scheme. A Food Corporation of India warehouse. Going towards the world news, including at a state dinner, a toast, some jokes and praise for Indian Americans. With the fate of Titanic bound submersible clear focus on turn to cause of the fatal implosion. Sri Lanka is set to start T4 oil barter with Iran next month. German parliament approves a immigration law in a bid to attack skilled workers. Suspected Russian diplomat squatting on Moscow's vetoed embassy site in Australia. Titanic subs catastrophic implosion 10 points no. Going towards the science and technology, no decision yet on sending Gaganyaan astronauts to International Space Station. The International Space Station, NASA. Data among the languages mostly confined to a state Tamil leads with 1.5 lakh Wikipedia articles. Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Logo, a globe featuring a glibus from various writing systems. New low-cost test detected cervical cancer in 45-minute study. The primary cause of cervical cancer is an infection caused by a virus called a human papillomavirus. Alarming rise in the diabetes globally. By 2050 study, every country in the world will see rates of diabetes rise in the next 30 years without action, according to a new global study. The decrease in prevalence globally is not uniform. Some countries and regions are particularly badly hit. For example, prevalence rates are expected to reach 16.8% in the North Africa and the Middle East, and 11.3% in the Latin America and the Caribbean by 2050, compared to an estimated 9.8% globally. Currently, the prevalence is 6.1%, but every country will be impacted. Researchers said the rapid rate at which diabetes is growing is not only alarming but also challenging for every health system in the world, said Lenny Ong, a lead author of the paper, pointing out that the condition is linked to a number of other heart conditions such as heart disease and stroke. UP heat wave made at least 2 times more likely by climate change, shows analysis. Warm rest and retreat on a hot summer day in Balia district in the northern state of Uttar Pradesh, India, June 21st, 2023. Climate change caused by global warming due to the increased carbon emissions in the atmosphere can cause extreme heat weather events. Heat waves are one of them. As per the India Meteorological Department, a heat wave is a condition of air temperature which becomes fatal to the human body when exposed to it. At last, there's a famous quotation said by a famous Hindu monk, that is Swami Vivekananda, whose birth anniversary is 12 January 1863 up to 4 July 1902. Born Narendranath Datta was an Indian Hindu monk, philosopher, author, religious teacher, and a chief disciple of the Indian mystic Ramakrishna. He was a key figure in the introduction of Vedanta and yoga to the Western world, and is credited with raising interfaith awareness and bringing Hinduism to the status of a major world religion. Mr. Swami Vivekananda says a famous quotation. He says that the highest manifestation of strength is to keep ourselves calm and on our own feet. Okay, thank you.